him a response, but he wants a yes or no.
There was nothing nonsensical about his answer that he gave more than 3 times.
Non-controversial question, okay? And this is what has been going on. So the answer to the question has been delayed for well over 30 minutes by that person and people who are trolling and white knighting for him. So they have basically
what, Crush,
what they set
Crush,
out to do.
Crush,
That is to
excuse me.
scuttle my ability to answer the question. Okay? And because there's either no mods or mods with balls,
Excuse me.
scuttling goes on because we can't
Excuse me. Can you stop speaking? We're having a conversation.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Excuse me. I'm done because I can obviously see at this point that this is not a conversation. What you're doing
You're a
is
crybaby.
you're
We want to
accept
cry.
your presuppositions, and if they
Cry.
don't accept your presuppositions, your conversation ends, and we scuttle around for 20 minutes. So,
Concrete
you know,
is triggered.
obviously we're not going anywhere with this, and without any kind of
You could've
moderation
answered
in
the
the
question
chat,
and saved us a
it's
whole
not worth the
bunch of
conversation,
time.
and I reject the conversation at this point. And go about your day, because obviously we can't have an intelligent conversation with someone that doesn't support any
more
kind of
gaslighting.
So we're done. I'm done.
You
I'm
scuttle
done.
the conversation and then you gaslight.
That's
I'm
right.
done.
Darth is the only one who's allowed to
Jesus
gaslight.
Christ, fucking Bebop or Beboob, why the fuck is your mic like such shit? Holy crap!
His mic is fine.
Welcome
He's
to
not
the
wearing
world.
headsets.
Welcome to the world of
The echo is due to him not
trolls
wearing a
scuttling
headset.
the conversation.
I don't think he intended to troll. I think he was trying to have sincere conversation. But
I agree with you. Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that point.
I just think you two have very incompatible interpretations of.
No,
Actually,
sir.
I think that their interpretation was the same.
That's a mischaracterization of went down. I simply asked him, "Do you accept my statement or not?" And he prattled on about rocks being personal or impersonal. I didn't ask him about that. Okay? The issue is not a different interpretation. The issue is one of two things. Either he has such poor listening skills or he has a loss of critical thinking skills. Because my question was clear, it was
Also
unequivocal, and it was easy to answer. You either accept my statement or you do not accept it. Okay? There wasn't a problem with interpretation. So because of his poor skills, okay, that's why he just kept on rambling the same thing, which didn't address the question. And then we had trolls jumping in, white knighting for him, scuttling the conversation.
Dude, I hate white people.
Crush, may I please speak for
Bebop
just a
clearly
moment?
answered the question in
please
the
do.
affirmative.
I believe
Even though
what
he
he was trying
elaborated.
to say was that, well, commonly, what most people would agree on is that it would.
I didn't ask most people.
Please, I was still talking.
I know, but you're addressing something that wasn't an issue.
Mr. Darth,
really
please don't
trying
overtalk him.
hard to try
I'll
to
listen to him
translate
trying to
this for you,
scuttle
and
another
there's
conversation.
more that's coming that's going to be critical to the understanding of what I'm saying, but I keep getting stopped. So I really need to complete that for things to make sense.
What you're invoking, what isn't relevant?
Yeah, I strongly believe it is.
The issue was either accepted or didn't accept
Blech.
my statement. That's it.
Well, let him
Penis
invoke.
image.
Let him invoke it, and then you can dismantle it afterwards. How about that? Okay, go, Dr. Rosen.
I believe
No,
what
Dr.
I'm trying to
Rosen's
say
talking.
was that, well, it's commonly accepted that it is by most people that your statement is true.
No, that's not an answer to my question. He's telling me what other people think. I didn't ask him what other people think. I said, do you accept it? No, sir.
No, you're being deceptive. You're not answering the question. You're saying what most people think. Answer the question, accept it or don't accept it. Stop playing these games.
Listen. Either you're not getting this. Either you have poor listening skills, or you're trying to misrepresent it. All I said was a very simple statement.
I'm back for a second.
Jesus Christ.
Good. I'm going to kill my mic, okay? Because we have people trying to scuttle the conversation. Now,
Yeah,
the issue is simply this, Risen. I asked him a question. I made a statement. I said, do you accept the statement or do you not? I don't care what anyone else thinks, okay? So I have never found out 45 minutes later whether he accepted my statement or did not. 45 minutes later, I still do not know.
If Darth was listening, he would have heard him clearly say he accepts the statement, and
He
yet
never
he
said that.
elaborated on. He did.
No, him.
Okay.
Oh, I
Well,
heard
by
him,
the way,
clearly.
for those of you, listen, for those of you,
You might be
in here,
mistaken, Jay.
JJ is trolling and white knighting. Turn him down. I have him turned down.
As far as I
There's
know,
no
what he
trolling.
was trying to say was that he is essentially agnostic on the idea. He doesn't.
Can't be
No, you're
agnostic.
not.
Doesn't exist.
You're not. Listen. Okay, Risen. I will go over this again with you. It's really, really simple. This is going right over your head. I asked
know,
him.
you're saying
Okay,
whether
okay.
he
Shut
accepts
up
or-
and let me finish. Okay.
Oh, he's
Listen,
getting
this is going
frustrated.
over your head. I know you want to save face to everybody in the room, but I'm not going to shy away from telling you. Okay. Now, all I asked him was this. I made a statement. Okay. I said, do you accept the statement or not? I never got an answer as to whether he accepted it or did not accept it.
Oh, well, if you were listening, you would have heard him say yes.
Yeah.
What?
All he said was, "Oh, most people, most
In as
people
brief
assume that's
words as
true."
possible.
My
What he
opinion.
said
That's not all he
was that
said, though. Maybe
it is
you
a
maybe you
valid-
couldn't
Did
hear
you
him
he-
as
listen,
other
I have a
people were
question for
talking
you.
over him,
Did you hear him
saying
state
answer
that
the
he
question.
accepted?
That was what was scuttling the conversation.
No, I don't.
right?
believe
People
that he-
interrupting his answer.
No, we didn't.
Him
That
say
was a big
that he
problem.
did not
Big
accept
problem.
Jay,
my
you literally
statement.
No,
said.
he did not.
You,
He's
Jay,
saying
you
that
literally said
Okay.
repeating
Okay,
the question.
Risen.
Repeating
Okay,
the question.
concrete, please. Concrete, please. You are feeding the trolls now.
Yes,
Risen,
know your place,
I'm gonna ask you a
concrete.
question.
Listen to your master.
Simple
Oh,
question.
God.
Did you hear him?
Thank
All right, I'm
you.
going to kill my speakers. Okay. Risen. Okay. I can't hear anybody right now. All right. So
Oh my gosh, that's a low blow.
Two
Jay. Thanks.
things. I
Appreciate
don't
it.
care who you are. You're not immune
Well,
from the
if the
rules.
shoe
of-
fits.
1 second. Jay. 1 second. I don't
You
care
mean
who
if
you
the
are.
chain fits?
Okay, guys. Try not to overtalk each other. Darth, don't kill your speakers. That's just childish. If you've
okay.
got
Do
an,
you know why I kill my speakers?
well, to be honest, you've all been overtalking one another. So can we just
Do
have a
you
bit
know
of,
why I'm
calm?
killing my speakers? I
don't care.
Because
It's
people like
I don't
Seafood,
care.
Oh
Crushing,
my God.
Crushing.
Hear
Do you know
rape us
what?
with echoes?
I don't particularly
Seesaw,
care.
you're not making it any better.
No, none of you are making this any better. This is completely ridiculous. What's going on here? Can you all just decide what your point is and who's discussing it? Because this is going nowhere. This is just over talking, and reeing about how terrible each of you are to each other.
All right.
So
Well, the
Mods
simple
don't have
fact.
to
Hold on,
chastise them.
concrete.
All they have to do is control
Seesaw. Listen to me.
trolls.
The reason why I killed my speakers was because of the non-stop over talking and trolling me, because of your ineffectual modding, and you.
Do not.
I think everything is trolling atheism.
We're trying to restore order right now, so let's not play the blame game. We're going to all calm down.
Did someone?
Yeah, Darth.
Why don't we just stop talking about this specifically? Because
There
the
you
fact is, the
go.
guy who didn't answer
Yeah.
the question and was lying
Yeah,
left anyway.
Because mods are ineffectual. This is why this happens.
Oh my God.
And he got
I think
muted.
everyone's trolling, Darth. I think everyone's trolling.
It is a rule that you're not supposed to air mod grievances, and actually, End the Fence a pretty good mod, so I wouldn't insult.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. So Risen. I asked the question: do you accept or not accept my statement? Did you hear him say that he accepted or did not accept my statement?
No, he was saying both interpretations were valid.
No. Okay. So the answer is he didn't answer my question. Thank you.
Not to.
Oh my
No,
God.
Risen. Let me explain. No, Risen. What the question was?
Not answer it with a yes or no. He answered with both interpretations are valid.
No, but there wasn't a separate interpretation.
No, you're
That's
not. You're
the
not
thing.
understanding, Risen. You are truly not understanding what
You
just
said
went.
I was able to.
You're not
paraphrase the
understanding.
question.
Let me finish.
Don't
I'll explain it to you
overtalk
again.
people.
Yes,
Because
let
I'm a
him finish.
patient man, I will explain it to you again.
Yeah.
I don't care
Just
what
let-
he said about
let
interpretations.
Crush
That's
answer
not the
atheism at this
issue.
point real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Again, you have poor listening skills. Okay.
Yes, let him
It
finish.
has
Not
nothing
letting
to
you
do
finish.
with interpretation. All I did was ask. I made a specific. Okay, 45 minutes ago. Okay, I made a statement. I said, "Do you accept this, or do you not accept this?" Now, do you know, Risen, what the law of excluded middle is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you quite properly. Could you repeat that last part?
Okay. 45 minutes ago, I made a statement. I said to him, Do you accept or not accept the statement? Okay. Now, I brought this up to you 3 times, and you keep on prattling on about interpretation, which is irrelevant to what I asked. Now, are you familiar with the law of excluded middle? The law of excluded middle is either something is either A or not A. Do you accept the third law of logic, the law of excluded middle?
In this situation, I would say. Well, hold on. Will you give
Now
me a
he's gonna
moment to
bully
think about
Ridson,
that
that's
for a
good.
moment? Just.
This is uncontroversial. It's the third law
I
of
know.
logic.
I think.
Well,
I
no,
think it's
because
only
different
fair
logical
that we
systems
take
actually replace
Oh,
the law of
okay,
exclusion.
okay, yeah, and guess what? This is at root of all thinking. It doesn't matter that you have different logical systems. This is at root of all human communication. Okay, so you're muddying the waters,
So
talking
the
about
rule
another
is
topic.
that there must be A
Okay,
or B. There cannot.
okay. Do you accept the law of excluded middle?
That being that there must be A or B. Being correct.
No,
Is
no,
that a correct
no.
interpretation?
No, obviously you're not. Listen,
I guess I
I'm
just don't
not trying to
understand.
belittle you, but you're not even understanding
All right,
the very simple
Well,
question about
I
the law of
just real quick.
okay.
Let's try
See,
to
while
reword this
you're
real quick. So,
talking,
what question atheism is trying to
you
ask you
can't
is if
understand
you
me.
actually accepted
Okay,
the law
would
of
you please
excluded
not
middle.
white
It's
knight for
actually
me? I can defend
one of several
myself.
different logical laws.
Okay,
You'll have, for example, the law
you. I
of
don't mean to
excluded
belittle
middle,
no.
the law of identity, the law of non-contradiction, and he was
Yeah,
very clear.
I can
Question
answer for
atheism did in
myself.
fact say that the law of excluded middle is
Okay,
that for
I
any
can answer
proposition
for
that someone
myself,
puts forward,
sir.
it is either going to be true or it's going to be false. That
Okay,
Your
there is
mic
Bebop,
is
no kind
very
of nuance or
quiet
kind of
in
middle
the
ground.
phone.
So the
So
question is that
That's who that
Risen,
is.
I asked you a
atheism.
Even with
simple
Very hard to
priority
hear.
talk, I
Atheism,
still
please
can't
stop
hear you
for one
talk
sec.
in the head.
So the question he was trying to ask was, do you actually accept that proposition? Because the law of excluded middle, I mean, if I want to try to break it down, is very simply is that I put forward a proposition. That proposition is either going to be true or it's going to be false, right? And
Yes.
so he
And
wanted
Bebop
to ask,
clearly
do you actually
answered
accept
yes.
that
He accepts
principle?
the
Yes or no?
dichotomy. And I think Risen is just mistaken that he didn't understand what was being said.
What's the answer?
Oh, sorry. Are you waiting for me to talk?
Yeah, he was talking to you, numbnuts.
That's really.
Name calling again? What the hell is
That
wrong
was
with
You
you, dude?
fools.
Try not to name call.
Absolute fools.
Can you not
An
call me that
asshole.
again, please?
Yeah,
Nice to see.
we're coming
Christian,
across an hour after 1 hour of me asking a simple, unequivocal question, and all we have is scuttling for 1 hour from a simple question.
I believe that he does not accept that consecutive middling, was it?
No, you're incorrect.
Okay, you're clueless. And the Fed just explained to you. He just explained to you the law of excluded. No, you didn't even understand the law of excluded middle. So that's why you didn't even understand the nature of my question to Bebop. And yet you told me he answered the question, and you don't even understand the relevance to my question and the law of excluded middle. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. You didn't understand any of this.
Penis.
So you shouldn't have joined the conversation. It's like you're going to a picnic and you start peeing into the fruit punch.
I don't know if that's analogous. But yeah, like I don't like the guy clearly wasn't answering the question. He was clearly dancing around it. But I think like he's left, the guy's gone. Risen's basically conceded that he's wrong. Yeah, but Risen's basically
Risen when Risen was asked if he accepted the law of excluded middle after the law of excluded middle was explained to him by me, he was a deer in the headlights. And then when the Fed explained, I'm talking. Okay. Now you see this.
Just real quick. So Dr. Risen, I do understand that sometimes people will try to give questions that either has one or the other. So to some people, you try to ask them a direct question and it sounds no different than like an Austin Powers line. Shall we shag now or shag later? Well, how about none of the above? Oh my God, it has to be one of the two. I understand that some people kind of look at questions like that. But this question, however, I would say is not really quite that obtuse, or it's not really that ridiculous. It is a fairly fair question, which is, do you accept the do you accept the law of excluded middle, which is a a logical proposition that says that for any time someone gives a proposition, that is either going to be true or it's going to be false. And there's
Is that in all cases or in some cases? Because like you might be in the position
right.
where you accept it in some
So
cases.
it's either
That would be
yes
yes.
or a no, or there should be an explanation as to why.
Or other.
You know, you think that there's something else. So just yes or no question.
Well, what the man just said over there, it would depend on the case, I suppose. Not everything is an absolute.
Yeah. What End the Fed just said was a misrepresentation of what I said. Okay. So the Austin Powers question was a loaded question. There was no hidden.
Right, and that's exactly what I said. I said that the question that you asked is not a loaded question. It is not like that. And I understand that some people will take questions that either have one or the other, and they'll kind of interpret it that way. But I don't think that you asked him an unreasonable question. It is a very straightforward and a very simple question.
Wrong, wrong.
And the Fed is correct.
Okay, hold on a second. I would like to know is while I was in the middle of my thought, was I breaking the rules? And if not, why did you mute me?
I will continue to do so.
Why did you mute me?
You do talk over people every day.
Because you're talking over everyone and being rude?
No, it was my turn to speak. I was in the middle of the thought.
Seems like it's always your turn to speak.
Okay, we have turns.
I will decide who gets a turn to speak.
Let it be established that we have turns.
If right now the whole room kind of delved into chaos. Do be personally asked a couple mods to come in here, and that's what we're trying to do. So let's try to keep this all civil. Let's not try to get into any arguments. The question was really direct.
No, I asked you a question. I said I was in the middle of a thought while I was speaking. Nobody else was speaking.
You're going
okay?
to.
And you interjected.
I will. Okay, last time. Do not air any grievances with mods. Do not get any arguments with mods. This is your final warning.
Okay,
and the Fed,
fuck
I'm curious
off,
as to
asshole.
how
You're abusing your mods. You are abusing your mods.
What a Christian.
Well, now he's breaking the rule.
Come back in.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how he determined it was his turn to talk. It seemed like he talked over somebody else.